Hi, I'm Tony Northup, and thanks for watching my Flash video training series. In this video, I'm going to cover troubleshooting problems with your wireless trigger flash system. These can be really frequent. And unfortunately, there are so many different flash systems out there that it can be really difficult to troubleshoot in the same way for everybody, but I'm going to give it a shot. Now, the first thing I always do is I attempt to trigger this flash from the transmitter, and every transmitter has a button on it that should be firing the flash. You can see that light lighting up. That means that the transmitter is trying to trigger the flash, but the flash isn't firing. So what I know now is the transmitter seems to be working, the flash does not seem to be working. I want to make sure the flash does function, so I'm going to press the power button on the flash, bam, and well, I just got blinded, so I guess this is working. So this flash is working, the transmitter is working. This means that there's some sort of communication or setting problem between the two of them, but I probably don't have a hardware problem. That's the good news. The first thing that I'd like to check is that the flash itself is in a wireless receiver mode, what some manufacturers still call a slave mode. And indeed, this one is not in slave mode. So this is going to be different for every flash. But I'm going to put this into the wireless receiver mode. And you can see now it says channel 1 slave. And it's going to be really important to note that channel number, but we'll cover that in a second. So now that I've done that, I'm going to hit the button on the transmitter again, and it's still not firing. Okay, if it fires now, problem solved. If it doesn't fire, then the most likely cause is that the channel and group numbers are not the same on the transmitter and the receiver. The channel number usually allows you to separate your flashes from other photographers who might be in the area, so you're not popping other guys' flash, right? The group number indicates which one of several different flashes are part of that channel. So all of your flashes should be set to the same channel number, and then each individual flash should have its own group number. So now we've verified that both the transmitter and the receiver, the flash, both function independently, and we've been troubleshooting the transmission problems. We've verified that the channel and group are the same, and the next thing to verify is just that it's in the right mode, because in the case of this particular flash, there are multiple flash modes, and one is an optical slave. So I just need to press the mode button, and then I just kept pressing the mode button until I saw that it was indeed firing. And that means that I'm now pretty much good to go. Another possible cause of a failed flash is that you are attempting to use TTL mode on the transmitter, but the flash itself does not support TTL with that camera. To verify whether that's the problem or not, change the mode on the transmitter so that you are transmitting in manual mode. Manual mode is pretty much universal and should work with anything, even the most basic of flashes. So if you're shooting in TTL remotely and it's not firing, then switch over to manual mode and see if that fixes the problem. What do you do if the transmitter and receiver are communicating properly, but the flash is still not firing it? Go back to the on-flash troubleshooting video where I walk through the multitude of problems that can happen in the communication between these two, because the transmitter behaves exactly like an on-camera flash. The camera itself generally doesn't know that this is not a flash attached directly to it. Therefore, the most common thing is that the transmitter just has to be reseated. And actually, I literally had this problem now, like not a demonstration of it, but I just literally didn't seat it properly. And so I went back and reseated it, and sure enough, now it's working properly. That should cover any sort of remote troubleshooting that you have to do. Anything else can be troubleshot exactly like you had the flash attached to the camera. So I hope this has helped you some heartache. Thanks and bye.